Welcome to the Living Oneness Gathering. I am your host, Sue Dumais. It's an honor to be here with you once again. And I'm really curious where we're going to go today because I feel like I have so much information that has come in over the last couple months. And I know we haven't been doing the gathering for a couple months, but I also feel like a lot of information is coming in on a daily basis. So I'm full of information to share, but I'm curious where we will go. Of course, I always set an intention to share what is for the highest good of everybody that's on the call and the gathering live with us, but also everybody who will be listening to this gathering as well. So I always set an intention to allow the message to come through me, the message that is most needed at this time for humanity, for all of creation, for each of you individually, and all of us collectively. So that's where we're at. The energy right now is very accelerated. I haven't done the energy weather report in the toolbox yet, and I haven't shared the activation for July yet because it's been an interesting energy. I've been, each time I kind of get a sense for what's happening with the global energies, it shifts and changes. So there's a real, even more of an acceleration, and this is just going to continue. This is just the new way of being. So we can easily get disoriented by that, or we can lean into it and embrace and surrender and allow this new way to just happen, to just occur, and to adapt to it. So there are ways that we can acclimatize to the energy, but just as you acclimatize, it's almost like, well, you're hiking another 100 feet up the mountain. So you need to acclimatize again, and then you're hiking again. So the acceleration of the changes in the global energies are continuing. And the more we surrender to, allow, lean into it, make peace with it, because this is just the way it's going to be for now. And eventually it'll become just second nature for you. It won't feel so accelerated. You'll just be in the acceleration, and all aspects of your beingness will be in alignment with that acceleration. So I don't feel the contrast of the acceleration in my own experience so much anymore because I've acclimatized to being in an accelerated energy. But when I'm tuning in on behalf of everybody and looking at tuning into the energy reports for you, the monthly reports, I I can sense and feel the contrast of where people are standing and the energy that's coming in around them. So there is a real acceleration. So the good news about that is that you can lean on my experience and my the place I've landed and know that, okay, it doesn't always have to feel this way for you, and that you can adapt and you can shift and align with the accelerated way of being. Once you do that, then the energy shifts don't feel so extreme. They're just like little bumps in the road versus big tsunami waves coming and knocking you over and tossing you around. So that's the good news is there is a way to acclimatize. And part of that is coming to gatherings like this, aligning with the energies, being in the frequency of individuals like myself that are in alignment with the global energies, that are in alignment and that are riding the waves of this new frequency that we're experiencing, these new frequencies that are available to us now. Being in the presence of someone like that gives you that feeling because we become these tuning forks. And if you know anything about tuning forks, if you hit a tuning fork and there's other tuning forks around, they will become entrained. It's called entrainment. They will play the tone or they will start to vibrate and start to resonate with that one tuning fork. Same way if you have 10 guitars in a room and you strum the chord of one guitar, eventually the other guitars are going to play that same string. The vibration and the frequency is communicated. So that's called entrainment. So being in an environment like this and coming to a gathering like this, whether you're live or whether you're listening, It's infused with the frequency and the potential. It doesn't matter if it's a live experience. It's great when it's live. It's great. You can come. That's fabulous. It's fabulous for me because I like the company. However, it's not necessary. You can listen to the replays. You can listen back to the same replay over and over again and become entrained deeper and deeper into different frequencies each time you do it. Now, I'm not saying listen to this over and over and over again just for the sake of listening to it over and over again. What I'm saying is trust your intuition, follow your heart. If your heart is leading you to listen to this every day for 10 days, do that. If it's getting you to listen to it twice a day for 3 days, do that. Whatever it is, trust your intuition, trust your guidance. The more you trust your heart and the more you align with the knowing in your heart, the more you can be guided moment to moment on your path. That's the only way I can navigate my life. It's the only way. And if I wasn't doing that, I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't feel the peace that I am. Even when I'm standing in the middle of chaos, I can be calm because I'm really trusting, deeply trusting my guidance, which is coming through the heart. And my mind and my brain is not in the way. I don't have the obstacles up there anymore. I've done the work to clear all the obstacles. I'm not saying they don't show up. They may be a blip here and there, but they're very few and far between or non-existent right now. That's because I'm doing the work to stay in alignment. And you can do that too. We can all do that. And if we all do that, then everything shifts. How do you navigate the accelerated energies right now? Follow your heart. Trust your intuition. Follow your internal GPS. Your recipe to navigate these energies or to navigate your life, your human life experience, is programmed in your heart. That's the only recipe that you need to worry about. Because if you're trying to follow my recipe, or if you try to follow someone else's recipe, it might work here and there. Pieces of it might work. Pieces of it might be part of your recipe. But we each have a very unique path, and we each have very unique needs, and we each have a very unique recipe to awaken, to evolve, to become and stay enlightened. Enlightenment is not a destination, it's a process, it's an experience. And a lot of people look at wanting to become enlightened, wanting to become awakened, wanting to arrive at that point where they don't have fear anymore. And it's not like you get there and it's done. Sometimes you get there and you have a glimpse of it. Sometimes you experience it, and then a part of your brain pulls you back. Your left brain loop pulls you back. Your ego pulls you back. Programming pulls you back. A trigger pulls you back out of alignment. The moment you're in alignment, you're enlightened. That's the good news. The moment, in a moment of enlightenment, in a moment of alignment is a moment of enlightenment. There's no difference there. So people are chasing enlightenment or chasing awakening or chasing something. But if we simplify it, like really, really simplify it, if you are in alignment in that moment, all is well. You are one with everything. There is nothing wrong. There's nothing that needs to be fixed. There's nothing to do other than be in the doing. You are very present in that moment that you're doing. So when I'm here with you, I'm very present. I'm speaking, I'm communicating a message. I have no idea what's going to come out of my mouth. I'm not the one trying to figure out what to say. I'm allowing the words to flow through and come and roll off my tongue. I don't know what I'm going to say next. I don't even know what I'm going to say right now. that was what came out. That's how present I am in all ways. I used to think, I remember when I was teaching yoga, when I first got my mind body studio and I was teaching yoga for fertility, I would close my eyes and I would lean, and everybody's eyes are closed because it was more a restorative practice. And I would lean with my right ear and I would hear the words and then I would repeat them. And then I would hear the next words and I would repeat them. And then eventually the words would come in and I would just let them roll off my tongue. So I wasn't listening and speaking. I was just, here they are and here they go. I let them. So I become the channel. But I was aware of the thoughts that were coming. It's almost like I could see them coming and I could see them come out and I could speak them and be comfortable with that. So I started to really trust the messages to come through me. Now they just flow through. I have no idea. My brain's not involved. My mind's not involved. I just open my mouth and words fall out. Energy exudes from me. I'm emanating energy. I'm emanating frequency that I haven't emanated before. And I just need to make sure I'm breathing to allow all that to happen. And if I can get there, you can get there. And I have a feeling many of you have moments where you're there, but you're doubting it or you're questioning it, or your programming is, maybe you're even afraid of it. The ego is afraid of you becoming enlightened. The ego is afraid of you living in alignment because in the past, whether it's past this experience of life, past part of this timeline, or other timelines, there's been consequences of you speaking your truth, of you standing up and being your full expression of your divinity. There are energies and forces that don't want us to embrace and know, really, truly know on all levels, our true potential, our true essence. Because when we are really, truly in alignment and connected in all ways to the source of the essence of who we are, to our divinity, we're unstoppable. We're untouchable. We're limitless, boundless, untethered. And things can happen in life and it's like water off a duck's back. Stuff is happening and I'm like, I'm not triggered anymore. I'm not afraid anymore. It's very interesting it's a little disorienting because sometimes we're looking for that fear. It became very disorienting for a long time. And the disorientation phase is part of the process of awakening. But now I see it as a new orientation. It's not disorienting anymore. It's just, oh, this is new. This is a new orientation, a new way of being. And that's very empowering. So where do we go today? Where do we go in this moment? What's needed? What can I say? What can I provide? What experience can I extend to you that will serve you at the highest level? What do you need? Because what you need is sometimes different than what you want. What does your soul need you to remember? What does your heart need you to know? What does your body need from you to be able to carry these new energies? These new accelerated energies can't work in a dense, congested, heavy body. You need to have the body's ability to be a conductor. It needs to conduct the energy. It needs to allow the electromagnetic energies to flow through it. So I've been talking about this bioelectromagnetic conductivity that moves through the fascia, that moves through the neurovascular system, the energetic meridians, the bones, everything, the blood, the fluid, the water in the body. If you're dehydrated, you don't have the same conductivity. If you're eating foods that are lower frequency, that are congested, or that are contaminated with different types of pathogens and toxins, that decreases your ability to be a really powerful conductor of energies. And in order for you to be a clear channel, you need to be a good conductor. You need to be able to move the electrical energies, the magnetic energies. The electrical energies are often connected to our thoughts and our beliefs and that type of way of being. But it's other than that too. It has other aspects that are included in that. Magnetically, we're talking about emotions a lot of times too, but there's other aspects of that. So I'm going to teach as much as I can to you as we're going along through this gathering, but I do feel I will be doing a course specifically on intuition. And because intuition has evolved. Are any of you recognizing that you used to get messages in a certain way and they're not coming through that way anymore? There can be a lot of interference blocking that, but again, that's evolving. The way we receive messages is shifting. The way we use our brain and our mind is shifting. And it shifted a lot, specifically in this last 6 months, and it's going to continue to shift. So how we tune into our intuition, how we get messages might have changed for you. And if you're congested and you don't have the ability to let these energies move through you efficiently, gracefully, easily, then you're going to feel beat up. You're going to feel heavy. You're going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to have blood pressure stuff go on. Your organs are going to be affected. Your health is going to be affected. So anything you can do to increase your bioelectromagnetic conductivity, and don't look up that word, I made it up. So I don't, you can't search that and find it. It just came in. It came in one time when I was meditating. It's like, oh, bioelectromagnetic conductivity. It took me a while to let it roll off my tongue. But there's ways that you can do that. Moving your body, drinking pure, clear water, clean water, not contaminated water, not fluoride water, not chlorine water, filtered water, pure water. Moving your body in a way that feels supportive and loving, whether that's walking, yoga, swimming, whatever it is for you. And again, what it is for you will be given if you tune into your heart. But if you have blocks to your intuition, if you have blocks that are not allowing you to tune in and trust your intuition, those need to be removed so that you can really sink in and trust and know. Not just think you know, but know, like really, truly know. We all have the capacity to do that. You all have the capacity to do that. And if you don't believe you do, you can borrow my belief in you. You can borrow my faith in you because I know it's true. I'm not even questioning it. Like every single one of you, I have no doubt, not even one little inkling of it. You all have the ability to be powerful conductors, channeling powerful energy for you and for those around you. You all have the ability to be powerful tuning forks, to emanate energy from your heart that is powerfully changing and shifting, transmuting you and others. You have the power to walk into a room and change the energy of that room, to uplift the energy. This is not having power over people. This is about empowering you and everyone around you and being a messenger or a beacon for that energy. That's what's needed right now. And if you're not one of those individuals that are compelled to save the world or help other people, that's okay, because this energy is for you just as much as it's for everyone else. And if you focus in on you, then you are helping everyone else. It's by extension. You can't not have that happen. Some of us feel a real compelling call to help others. But if you're here, there's a purpose. If you're here, you're wanting to shift or change something inside of you. There's a question you have that needs to be answered. There's a feeling that you're yearning for, or there's a void somewhere inside of you that you feel is missing. And I'm here to tell you there's nothing missing. There's just a little disconnect, or maybe it's buried, but it's there. All the answers you seek are inside of you. Everything you need is right there. How you find it, how you discover it, how you uncover it, how you dig it out of the hole, or unbury it from the boxes that are piled on top of the programming that's piled on top of it. That's your unique recipe. Sometimes that's a book. Sometimes that's listening to a song. Sometimes that's taking a program. Sometimes that's working with a healer or a practitioner or a doctor, whatever you need. I don't close my mind off to anything. I'm open to anything and I'm attached to nothing. That's how I can navigate. Sometimes it's a traditional doctor I go see, and sometimes it's a naturopath I go see, and sometimes it's my own intuition I connect with and get information. Always, no matter what it is, no matter what information I get from the outside, the last stop is always my heart. The last stop is always my own intuition. I can get 15,000 details from a whole bunch of people. I'll take it all into my heart, and whatever resonates, I trust. If it doesn't resonate, I place it aside. I don't judge it. I just place it aside because maybe it's not right now. Maybe it's a little later, or maybe it's not for me at all. But I don't need to judge it. But the last stop is always your heart. That's my invitation for you. The first and last stop is always your heart. So let's take a little journey and see where we go. We're already taking a journey as I started talking. We are already taking a journey even before we began the gathering because I'm always taking everybody on a journey. If you're connected to my community somehow, sorry, you're always coming on journeys with me. Sorry, not sorry. You're welcome. So, all right, let's sink in and see where we go. If you close your eyes and take some deep breaths and just notice how you're feeling now in this moment as you're listening, as you're present and experiencing. I'm just going to invite a wave of energy to come in and wash and clear anything that's just clutter, anything that has nothing to teach you. And if you're willing, say yes, thank you. Some of it will go up, some of it will wash down, some of it might find a path out in another unique way. Just let it. And then trust and set an intention. If there's anything I need to know, let it be brought to my heart to be understood and then released. Because we can receive the message, but not hold on to the energy, the congestion. We can receive the message, and then the message becomes the goal, the nugget that we can work on. But the rest, the congestion doesn't need to stay. We don't need to keep things in our field until we get the full lesson. Some things will remain until we come to full completion around it. But in general, if it's something that doesn't need to be held, once you get that message or understanding, then let it go. No more clutter. Take some deep breaths. And anything that's in your field that's not yours, just invite it to clear in the outer layer of your energy field. That outer layer is your oneness layer. Things can be processed very efficiently there, or they can go back to where they need to go. Sometimes if they're from a source, from another person, and they need to be returned to that individual, then it can be easily returned in that layer. So send anything that's not yours, it doesn't belong, out to the 40th layer. Anything that's the collective consciousness, let it be in the 40th layer. It can inform you if you're meant to be working with collective energies, collective consciousness, which I do a lot, but it's in the 40th layer. I connect to it out there. I don't let it into my field. I don't let it into my body. We don't need to take on anything that's not ours. And in fact, doing that just creates way more congestion. And there's nothing you can do to process energy unless you're a transmuter, but that's a whole different way of doing it. If you're playing a role as a transmuter, there's a way to do it, but it's, again, it's not in the body, it's not in the field, it's done differently. So anything that's in the outer layer of the field, you can receive information from, but not be bombarded or weighed down, or it doesn't create congestion in your ability to move and channel energy. It doesn't affect your bioelectromagnetic conductivity. Take some more deep breaths. You may have been hearing the word more biofield. The biofield is just your biology and your energy field combined. And your energy field affects your biology, and your biology affects your energy field. It's a two-way street there. So when we're clearing clutter, whether it's in the body or the energy field, we're clearing clutter to lighten everything up, including your physical. Now I'm just feeling this like heavy density at the front of the head, some of you at the back, but some of you at the front as well. So whether you feel like you want to tilt your head back or tip your head forward and just bring your chin to your chest, whatever feels better for you, obviously just be aware of your physical body and what would be more supportive for your physical body. Sometimes bringing the head back doesn't feel comfortable for people's neck, but set an intention as you're doing that, tilting the head forward or bringing it back, to empty the mind, empty the brain, and anything that's not needed, let it pour out. And let it pour out and then be released into the outer layer of the energy field as well. And if there's anything you need to know or understand, let it be processed or honored at the level of the heart. Let it be received, message or understanding at the heart, and then release it. Empty the mind. Imagine you could empty everything like a bowl, just emptying out the bowl. And the mind is not just in the head, but it's concentrated in the head for most people in their human experience. The mind is actually in every cell of our being and all the spaces in between and around us. So it's not limited by the head, but we have an awareness or concentration of our mental thinking and believing in the brain and in the head. So as you lift your head back to neutral, imagine that you could connect to the idea that my mind is not in my head. My mind is in every cell of my body. What if my mind is in every cell of my body and all the spaces in between? What if my mind is not limited by my head? And you might feel a shift in your consciousness or an expansion in your awareness. If we're using the mind, the capacity of the mind, just in the level of the head and the brain, then we're limiting ourselves. And it activates more of the programming and fear in the left brain loop. But if we understand that the mind is not limited by the physical head and that it's in every cell of the body and all the spaces in between and around us, then we can connect more to our consciousness, not our human mind, but our divine consciousness or our divine mind. And we become less limited less bound by the boundaries of the physical head, less bound by the programming in the head and the mind, the human mind. And we can begin to access more of our divine knowing, which goes beyond logic and reason. It goes beyond thinking and believing, even because it taps into a divine wisdom and knowing. A knowing that goes beyond limitation or boundaries perceived. Take another deep breath and allow yourself to expand. Imagine you could let the energy within the heart expand. In the center of your heart space, there's a source point. So expanding the heart space, imagine this beautiful sphere around the heart space. And imagine it expanding in all directions, 360 degrees. Imagine this big sphere, this big, beautiful energy that is you, represents your heart, your unique expression of divinity. Just imagine you could expand that sphere in all directions, including behind you. Most people keep it a little at bay at the back or keep it tucked in, but I want you to expand it backwards as well. Really fill up, take up your space. This is your sovereign space. And it goes at least an arm's length in all directions. So see if you can take up the space of your energy field, but allow that energy center of your heart to really expand. And you might even start to feel the energy field of your heart expand beyond what feels like your physical aura or your physical energy field. That's okay. Just for now. Just let it. And if you feel resistance, just roll with your resistance or lean into the resistance and accept it without fighting or forcing it. Don't fight it. Don't bully it. Because usually our resistance is fear, underlying fear of some sort. So meet it with love, meet it with reverence, meet it with compassion. It's okay that parts of us feel fear. It's part of our human experience, and we don't have to let the fear completely hold us back, but we do need to honor the fear in order to process it. Because if we bulldoze over it, then it remains in place, maybe squished somewhere inside of us or buried. So we want to honor it, witness it, even stir it into your heart. Just imagine stirring it into your heart space, stirring it in like this beautiful recipe for healing, for remembering, for processing and honoring the energy that is the emotion of fear or is the emotion of whatever you're feeling. We don't need to judge our emotions. They're just energy in motion. We need to give them space to be expressed. Most emotions can be processed within even 10 to 30 seconds. As humans, we're programmed to hold on to them. And we often value the feelings and the emotions that cause suffering more than we understand or value or embrace the feelings that actually light us up. So we're going to meet those emotions, whether they're positive or negative emotions in the way of what we judge. We're going to meet all emotions with the same amount of love and reverence. Imagine you could meet the fear inside of you with such love and reverence that you just embrace it and stir it in and honor it and be open to what it has to teach you or show you or express through you, and then let it be transmuted. We don't need to bury it. We've been taught to bury it. We've been taught to store it in certain parts of our body, but we don't need to do that. We never needed to do that. We've just been taught to do that. So what if you choose differently now? I choose to process this emotion instead of storing it. I choose to honor this energy. I choose to lean into and witness my anger, or my frustration, or my fear, my worry, my concern, whatever it is. I choose to embrace my happiness, my joy. We don't need to be afraid of any emotions at this time. We just need to know how to process them. We just need to understand how they can be moved through that beautiful channel within and around us, how they can be processed efficiently. Beautiful. Take some more deep breaths. Just let some of that energy go down and out through the tailbone. We talked a little bit about omnidirectional grounding, so you can embrace that, grounding in all directions around you, or you might just go with the grounding cord down from the tailbone or down from the feet. That's okay too. You could do both. Again, there's no right or wrong way. It's like what works for you at this time. What's supportive? What feels aligned? What feels guided? What feels directed from your heart? What feels intuitively resonant? Go with that. Take some more deep breaths. Right in the center of your heart space, there is a source point. Right in the center of your energy center, the heart, there is a source point. See if you can intuitively connect to it and pinpoint where it is. And imagine as you connect to that source point within you, you're connecting to your source, the oneness that is you, that is all. Because everything, all of creation is folded within you, and you are folded within all of creation. There is no separation, although our minds have created a convincing classroom where we feel separate from everything and everyone. We are actually all connected. We're having a unique expression and experience of source that's purposeful. So we will honor that, honor our humanness, and be open to experience our oneness with all that is. So as you tap into that source point, if you're feeling any congestion, stir it into your heart, stir it into that space, stir it into your central channel if you need to let it be processed and honored and witnessed. But imagine that energy in the source point. There's almost like a gravity pulling you into it. And then there's an energy that will push you out of it as well. So you're being pulled in and pushed out at the same time. But let's go with the pull in first. Imagine you could let yourself just be pulled into that source point. It's almost like you get folded into it, folded upon yourself, and then folded upon it, and folded and folded and folded and folded even more. So you keep going into the center, into it. Folding in, until this moment where you all of a sudden hit that point where you just suddenly get blasted out or expanded out, radiating out in all directions. And this is a practice that you might find you go back to, and it becomes more and more natural for you. We've been programmed to disconnect from this natural way of being. We've been programmed to be afraid to go into this space. We've been programmed to be afraid of our source. There's no need to fear yourself, your true self. There's no need to fear the source, the divine, whatever word you use for divinity. Folding in and expanding out. Breathe through it. You might find your breath changes. That's okay, but just make sure you keep breathing. You don't hold your breath. Holding your breath is more of an act of fear. It's under the umbrella of fear. So make sure you're breathing, even if it's a short or shallow breath. That's okay. Just breathe. And imagine you can connect directly to your divinity, to the source of all creation, the essence of who you are. And you might experience oneness, and you might experience your connection to everything, and you might kind of find yourself going on that path and taking a look at how you are all connected to everything. My invitation, though, for you in this moment is to tune into your heart, feel that source point and that source of wisdom and knowing. That's the pearl that's within you. Breathe, breathe in and around it. Become one with the breath of it, the pulse of it, the energy of it, that primordial pulse. And let that pulse move through your body. And it may even pulse out like rings of energy from your heart out through the body, out through your energy field, maybe even beyond. You might even feel the pulsing inward because you're folded in it. Perhaps you're inside that source point, folded in it, connecting there, in which case the pulse would be extending inward. You might even come to a point where you dissolve into source, where there is no separation, and the pulse is you, and you are the pulse. The source is you, and you are source. Breathe, be. Connected to your divinity. Imagine this beautiful thread or bridge from your divinity. You could look and connect and feel that beautiful bridge to your humanness. Your humanness is not separate from this. Your divinity and your humanness are one as well. It's just a matter of perspective. Imagine you have a direct connection here now to the divine knowing. And this connection is always there. We've just helped you find it, unbury anything that was in the way, create a clearer path for it. It's always available to you. Take some more deep breaths. Feel the body present with your divinity. And feel your divinity present with your body. Your divinity and your humanness united as one in the same space. And the invitation to ask, what do I need to know now? And it may come in as a feeling, a sensation, it may come in as words, it may come in as a song or a sound, color. Just let the message come in whatever way you're most receptive to receive it. What do I need to know now? And then asking the question, what do I need to release? What do I need to let go of? What do I need to stop? What is not serving me that would need to be released? As you are asking these questions, recognize that you are asking a part of you that is informing another part of you. This isn't a separate human part of you that's asking the separate divine part of you. It's both informing each other. What is needed? What is purposeful to know or understand? What can serve both you in your humanness and you in your divinity as one? We can honor both and experience them as one as at the same time. That's where the mind needs to be placed aside, because the mind cannot comprehend that idea. This is where experience will give you what you need. Thinking or believing or trying to figure it out will limit you. In these experiences of oneness, you go beyond the mind, beyond the thinking mind, beyond what you can believe or even comprehend or fathom or understand. We are tapping you into an experience that the mind can't understand. It can try to some degree, it can embrace it to some degree, but ultimately then the mind needs to be let go, and you can expand beyond the mind to experience. And the mind is used for another purpose. We're not judging the mind. It's just not the part of us that actually connects to oneness. The mind doesn't awaken. The mind doesn't become enlightened. Consciousness becomes enlightened, or consciousness becomes the awareness that realizes it's already enlightened. A part of your consciousness expands beyond the limits and the programming, and it remembers the truth. It's not a remembering that happens at the level of the mind. The mind needs to have a level of remembrance, and then it needs to let go, because the true remembrance is the experience of the truth. Take some more deep breaths. Let that land where it needs to. Let that understanding go where it needs to go. And if you don't need it in this moment, let it be water off a duck's back. Let it roll right off without judgment. Stay neutral or be equanimous about it. Take another deep breath. Inviting the energy that is needed right now to support your body, to support this body, which is a tool, then this mind, which is a tool that you use in your humanness. Invite the energy to come in to support the body, the mind, to help facilitate a healing experience, which is really just bringing the body back into harmony and alignment and balance. So opening up to anything, attached to nothing, opening up to receiving whatever energy is needed to support the body to harmonize and balance, to restore, not only restore health, but to exceed all expectations or exceed all ideas about what health is, and exceed all ideas of how we are meant to use this body moving forward, because this body is becoming less dense and the frequencies are changing within and around us. If we let them, we'll feel less resistance. There'll be less discomfort and less suffering if we actually really allow ourselves to feel and experience the energy and our potential. There's a lot of things that could heal within us instantly. And then there's other things that will be guided on a path to support our healing. There may be steps or a recipe that comes in to support you in healing. And that may include seeing a practitioner. That may include changing the way you eat or move your body. But that will be given. You don't need to figure it out. You need to feel into your intuitive knowing, to be guided, to be directed in each moment, to follow the breadcrumbs. Take some more deep breaths. The invitation is to invite this feeling of interconnectedness, oneness, resonance with, alignment between your humanness and your divinity. That beautiful union of both experiences together. Invite whatever aspects of this experience that are meant to come back with you. that are meant to be integrated and assimilated, what energies are meant to be brought in so that you can acclimatize to them, what new orientation is being provided for you to shift and change your human behaviors, your human experiences, your human habits, so that you can align with living more life by divine. Aligning less and less with your human will and more with your divine will, because your divine will is actually serving you on all levels of your humanness and beyond. And it's serving all of creation. Because you're connected to everything, everywhere, all together, all at once. Whether you recognize it or not, or whether you tap into it or feel it or not, it doesn't matter. It's the truth. Take some more deep breaths. And invite your consciousness, your awareness, that spotlight of awareness, to land back in your humanness, but bring your divinity, bring all the messages, bring all the energy and frequency as much as possible in a way that doesn't overwhelm your human body and your human system. Invite it all to come back with you in a way that would support you. And aspects that can't come back yet, that's okay. Just leave them where they can be accessed when you're ready to welcome them in, to acclimatize, to embrace, to embody. May you remember the truth of who you are in every moment, with every breath. May you feel and experience these energies as pulses, as waves, supporting, lifting you, empowering you, levitating you, lightening the load, cleansing, clearing, purifying. May you experience this acceleration as an invitation to really change who you are, what you do, and how you do it. May you experience every moment from a place of being deeply present in the doing, even when you're doing nothing, because sometimes doing nothing is everything. May you remember that accelerated energies doesn't mean that you need to be on fast forward. And in fact, in some ways, your life may slow down and you may be doing less, and you may be guided to be still more, to be silent, to be inward in your meditations or in mindfulness, in presence and awareness. It doesn't mean we're on fast forward when we're riding accelerated energy. Sometimes you're completely still and everything is moving at an accelerated rate. And in that stillness, silence speaks. And it speaks great wisdom as you tap into the knowing and truth of who you are. And you remember that you are a miracle, that you are a gift, that you are love, that you are divinity. Thank you for remembering. And so it is. Take your time. Bring your awareness to the space where you can open your eyes and maybe feel that connection remaining. I'm going to invite you to take a moment just to tune into how you're feeling in this moment, how you feel from your experience. You can share in the chat. I'd love to hear what you're experiencing now or how you're feeling now. Again, you can come back to this process to remember, to experience. It is on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube as the video, but it's also on all the podcast platforms. So whatever podcast platform you use, you can listen to that over and over again and experience it again and again. And what happens is it entrains your field. It gives you the indication and insights you need, the remembrance you need to recreate it, to allow it to continue. Okay. A new role has emerged, being liberator. Love that. It's a good word, liberator. Yes. We are all liberators. Diana feeling more relaxed. I feel connected. Oh, it's going fast now. I'm losing my chat box here. I feel connected in a deeper place of remembrance. Beautiful. Gigi. Experiencing. Yes, thank you. Rhonda feeling grounded, connected, and peaceful. Multitude of liberators. Yes, yes, Deborah. The nighttime migraine started to resurface, but I could hold it, examine it, and let it go. Nice. Beautiful. Love that. Elizabeth accepting zings in the arms and legs and strange feeling in the gut, not seeking medical solutions to gut issues. Elizabeth, I've talked about the gut. This is part of the bioelectromagnetic conductivity. I'm going to be talking more about the gut and the microbiome. There's a whole piece on that. But I love what you're saying, and you can be open to seeking advice from a practitioner, but what I'm hearing right now for everyone is just placing your hands on your belly and communicating with the microbiome and with gratitude. Is like, thank you. It's a community inside of us, and we can feel at one with that community. Sometimes we've been programmed to think that all the bacteria and everything in our gut is bad. Even the unhealthy gut bacteria, the stuff that's out of balance, doesn't have to be bad. It's just like, oh, you've overgrown and, or you're overstayed your welcome, or you're not welcome here. You don't belong here. It's communicating with the microbiome in a way that you're actually informing it and you have gratitude and appreciation for it. That can shift it just in that. Larry, connecting to our divinity in all that we have to do. Yes, that's it. All right. Thank you all. I will read all your comments. I love reading all your comments, but we are just over our time, and I want to thank you and I appreciate all of you for joining us here live and contributing and experiencing and receiving. And also for all of you that are feeling compelled in some way to do some kind of work in this world right now to support this evolution, to support this shift in consciousness, and to support our individual evolution and our collective evolution as well. I thank you. I appreciate you. I honor you. I see you. I am so grateful for you. Until next time, love and blessings, everyone.